solar energy in use, particularly in western South Dakota on a very small scale, out in remote pasture pumps. The rural electric cooperatives, which I'm sorry I forgot to mention that before, but I work for East River Electric here in town. I have for the last 23 years. So I too have a fairly extensive background in energy. But we provide to remote ranchers solar panels with jet pumps for pumping water in pastures where it's much more economical to do that than it is to bring a line in, a power line in. Plus, in the wintertime when you have ice storms, you don't have to go out and rebuild that power line that is used about 2 months out of the year. While we think that we have a lot of sun in South Dakota, we're not one of the best sunshine states in terms of consistent sunshine to develop solar energy. Solar is much like wind in that it is an intermittent resource, and until we can really figure out how to do a good job of storing the power, and that's what we do with water, is we put 6 tanks out there. When the sun's shining, we fill all 6 of those tanks with water so that the cattle can drink when it's cloudy. So we're able to store that energy on that basis. We need to do the same thing with wind, and we need to do the same thing with solar, regardless of whether it's in South Dakota or where it is in the nation, so that we can further utilize and to a greater degree all of these renewable resources. Wind, I know the question isn't on wind, but to give you a comparison, we have the best wind farm in the nation in South Dakota, and it produces its maximum capacity about 42% of the time. So we need to figure out a way to save that energy during that 42% of the time when it's generating, so that we can have some of that energy for the other times.